I wear this St. Christopher medal sometimes because I'm Jewish, but my boyfriend is Catholic, and it was cute the way he gave it to me. You know, he said, if it doesn't burn through my skin, it will protect me, which is... Who cares? Different religions, you know? I mean, I guess the only time it's an issue, I suppose, would be like if you're having a baby, you got to figure out like how you want to raise your baby or whatever, you know, which wouldn't even still not be an issue for us because we'd be honest, you know, and just say, you know, like, mommy is one of the chosen people. And Daddy believes that Jesus is magic. That's not nice. No, Jesus is magic. He, you know, because he turned water to wine, and I think he made the Statue of Liberty disappear in the 80s or something. But, you know, the Jews got all, you know, they didn't want, when that Jesus movie came out, you know, the Jews didn't want people to see it because, you know, they felt, you know, everybody blames the Jews for killing Christ. The Jews try to pass it off on the Romans. You know, I'm one of the few people that believes it was the blacks. I don't care. Good. I hope the Jews did kill Christ. I'd do it again. I'd fucking do it again in a second. Care. Good. I hope the Jews did kill Christ. I'd do it again. I'd fucking do it again in a second. Right here is Birkenstocks clacking this way.
Okay, last night I was visited by Jesus Christ, like the Jesus Christ.
Sarah.
And he told me how he was really bummed by all these
People who use my name for intolerance and oppression.
And I was like, wow. And then he said, I want you
To spread my message to the people.
And I was like, me? No one's gonna listen to me. And he was like, yeah, that's the test.
Even if they think you're kidding, they'll hear it. And they'll make their own choice.
I was like, you know, maybe there are other ways to go about it that might kind of make more sense. We could get a couple legal paths and we could just kind of riff, sit around the kitchen table. Let's work on this. And he was just staring at me like,
I'm Jesus fucking Christ.
All right, there is a internet ad about abortion. and I'm going to show it to everybody. I want to warn the viewer, this is a very offensive ad.
Yeah.
It features a comedian and an actor playing Jesus. Roll it.
Jesus, when does life begin?
At 40. What?
And he was like,
But fertilized eggs aren't people. People are people.
thank you.
But people who believe fertilized eggs are people too. And you have to love them. You're not better than them.
And I was like, you're right. Thanks, Jesus. You know what is crazy is now that I know Jesus more, he is such a dinozo.
Boy, I'd like to hit her with a pie right there in that little bang. You know the soupy sales thing? Boom,
Oh yeah,
right
that'd be
there.
good. Bill, how do we go from Carol Burnett, Lucille Ball, Lily Tomlin, Gilda Radner to that?
Yeah,
I don't.
it's
How is
sign
that
of the times.
funny?
Sarah Silverman defends Jesus is gender fluid tweet. It's funny, beautiful, and true that he is all of us. So she went ahead and tweeted this. It's been a little while. It's been over a year now. Merry Christmas, Jesus was gender fluid. The reason that I wanted to report on it is because I've been documenting that Hollywood, better called Hellywood, is in fact serving Satan. I know that might sound crazy to a lot of you, but that's literally what's going on over there. We have a bunch of devil worshippers who sign a contract with secret societies that are Luciferian and end up making a ton of money by literally selling their soul over and giving allegiance to the dark side. And one of the things that they need to do is constantly attack Christians. So it's no surprise here that Sarah Silverman is a Hollywood actress doing the very same thing. I mean, she put out this blasphemous DVD, Jesus is Magic, where she can be seen here chilling with false Jesus character, chilling on the couch, eating popcorn. So, I mean, the blasphemy from Hollywood is just mind-blowing, and I mean, I've been reporting on it for a very, very long time. But one thing to keep in mind as well here is the Bible told us that these type of people do exist in the world. Romans chapter 1. Furthermore, since they did not see fit to acknowledge God, he gave them up to a depraved mind. And that's what's happening in Hollywood, a bunch of depraved people to do what should not be done. They have become filled with every kind of wickedness, evil, greed, and hatred. This is all throughout Hollywood. Okay, these people have become filled with wickedness. They're evil. They promote the most evil, abominable, blasphemous things. They're greedy, making a ton of money serving Satan, and they're full of hate towards God. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, and malice. They are gossipers, slanderers, and check this out, God haters. Insolent, arrogant, and boastful. I mean, you look at all those characteristics and you line up Hollywood actors, it pretty much is a character description of the majority of the people who become successful in that corrupt industry. They invent new forms of evil. They disobey their parents. They are senseless, faithless, heartless, and merciless. So there you have a clear depiction from the Bible about what it looks like when God gives people over to a depraved mind. And the sad thing is that people in Hollywood have been given over to a depraved mind, the majority of them. Only God knows truly who's too far gone, but many, I mean, we just need to look at their fruits, have gone far. Hollywood is an enemy of God. People who sign these contracts over with secret societies that are devil worshippers, they are literally signing up to fight against God, to become the enemies of God. We are supposed to stand up, expose what they're doing, confront this evil. There is so much evil, so much corruption, so many people with depraved minds in that industry. This organization, this system, this Hollywood influence over the world has a tremendous influence. And I believe it is very, very spiritual in nature. And we have been given, brothers and sisters, powerful spiritual weapons. So I would just encourage you to pray for every single enemy of God that is in Hollywood who would say twisted things like this. And no surprise, it's the gender fluid thing. I mean, that's the new thing that they're trying to push. It's one of Satan's modern day agendas right now, is to confuse sexuality, confuse gender. So they want to go and say Jesus is gender fluid. Stay vigilant, fear no evil.
So, Sarah, I know you say Jesus is magical, you know? I seen it. I know that's you're a firm believer in that fact. So, what do you think about Elton John saying Jesus was gay?
Probably. You know, that's not an insult. You know, a lot of people back then, a lot of guys had sex with each other. And it makes sense that he's gay. He's kind and loving. Well, there's different kinds of gays. Okay?
What level of gay would Jesus have been?
I guess a 4.
A 4?
What level?
The J-man is a 4.
Sarah Silverman had a terrifying health scare recently. The comedian took to Facebook earlier Wednesday to reveal that she'd been in the ICU trying to recover from a very rare and life-threatening illness. Silverman went to the doctor with what she thought was a simple sore throat. But according to E! News, she had a case of epiglottitis. That's when the tissue protecting the windpipe becomes inflamed and is commonly caused by infection. Her condition led to 5 days in the intensive care unit. Silverman says she returned home with enormous gratitude towards the staff at the hospital who looked after her and for all of her friends and loved ones.
Sarah Silverman says she's lucky to be alive. The comedian wrote a lengthy post on Facebook telling her fans she almost died last week after suffering from a freak case of epiglottitis, which is when the small cartridge lid that covers your windpipe swells and blocks the flow of air into your lungs. In her post, she said, quote, "They couldn't put me fully to sleep for the recovery process because my blood pressure's too low. I was drugged just enough to not feel the pain and have no idea what was happening or where I was. They had to have my hands restrained to keep me from pulling out my breathing tube." The 45-year-old woke up 5 days later and couldn't recall the incident until her medication wore off.
But, the Jews got all, they didn't want, when that Jesus movie came out, the Jews didn't want people to see it because, they felt, everybody blames the Jews for killing Christ, and then the Jews try to pass it off on the Romans, I don't care. Good. I hope the Jews did kill Christ. I'd do it again. I'd fucking do it again in a second. If I hear his Birkenstocks clacking this way,